Good morning, everyone. Happy Supercharged Manifesting Monday. It's the start of another week. And as you can see, I'm really excited because finally I get to share this with all of you. It's been several years since I did it. So I'm really excited this morning. But I'm going to wait for several of you to join and say good morning to each other. Welcome to our little sweet spot time today, every Monday morning as usual. Hey, Laura, good morning. Nice to see you. Nice to have you here, and all the others of you that are joining from all over the world. Good morning. Happy Monday. We got markers, books, sheets. Oh my gosh, this is like Tasha teacher mode today. So I'm really, really excited to see where we go and what you guys get from this. This is one of the things that I use to create magic, financial magic in my life and in my business. And I'm really excited to share with you guys. Hey, Anne, Sandy, Danielle, Yvette, good morning, good morning. As you guys know, hey, Cynthia, mwah, good morning. As you guys know, in our family, and that's what we are, we gather every Monday morning to kickstart the week in high energy, and we love this time. We love saying good morning to each other, wishing each other a great week. Oh my gosh, I love that you guys come to play with me every Monday morning. And so let's see. Good morning, Judith, and those of you watching wherever you might find this video. Thank you for being on this morning. I promise you, this is one of those things that's going to change your life forever, the way it has mine. Hey, Gita, Ora, Tanya, mwah! Morning. Good morning, Miriam. Nice to have you all the way from the Netherlands. Camila, new friends this morning. That makes me really happy because we've been very busy inviting a lot of new people into our family. And so, hey, Nads, mwah, Nads from Florida today. Mwah. Hey, Nads. All right, so you guys are all here. I think you're all coming in. Valerie, good morning. Saying, just sharing love with each other. So let's jump right into this conversation because hopefully you are as excited to hear about it as I am to share it with you. So first of all, you want to make sure you have pen and paper because you're going to be duplicating this. And so you want to make sure that you guys, are ready. Krista, re-engaging. Oh my gosh, I'm going to put you on here just because I love that. Good morning. This is one of those amazing things about our family is that, it's like a family. Sometimes you go on vacation and then you come back. It's all good. We're always here with big, big arms open and ready. So I want you guys, if you feel like there is even one person that you can think of who can benefit from, maybe you've been trying to tell them about this way of living and they're like, I don't get it. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Maybe you can just tag them in this video, hit share, send it out there in the world, because one of my gifts to the world is to show people over and over and over and over and over and over and over again that you can live this way. You can create incredible magic in your finances other than working really hard, right? So if you can think of anyone, please go ahead and share. I would be so grateful. And to all of you that are still joining, good morning. I see you. When I look that way, that's how I see the comments. So good morning to everyone joining. So I'm going to read to you before we get started. Obviously, I have on here 4 times your income with intention. But if you look at the little description for this video, and if you got my email, it says how to multiply your income. I'm going to tell you why I have the 4 times. It's my personal story. So before we get started, you don't need to use this model to 4 times your income. This I'm sharing with you because I did this. I used this model to 4 times my annual income in a month. So let me put that in context for you. Let us say that year I'm going to just throw some numbers out there, right? So let's just say that year I made $500,000. I decided, you know what? I just want to go for it. I want to multiply that number, $500,000 that year. I want to multiply that number times 4. And most people would go, oh, that's like shooting for the stars because you want to create this income over the course of the next year. It's not likely to 4 times a big number in a year in business, but I took it even further and I decided I want to do that in a month. So I want to take my 500,000 times 4, right? That's 2 million. And I want to do, instead of doing 2 million that next year, I want to do it in a month. Now I'm using big numbers because I want this to have dramatic effect. Besides me, little Tasha, coming up with movie stints and all kinds of crazy things and amazing sounds to get that to, like, for you to go, wow, I have to use big numbers, right? So, but I want you to hear that. And if that's your number, if that's the level that you're playing at today, that's great. If it's not, just remember this is a model. You can plug any number that works for you into it and the model works, right? So go with whatever number feels right for you and resonates this morning. All right, let's go. Linda's like, stop talking, let's go. Okay, so I want to read something to you though before I start. And this is from one of my favorite books. I have, as you know, I have 7 books that used to sit on my desk. I've now narrowed it down to only 2, and this is one, right? You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor. Because this book and this line in this book, if you look, like, you can see kind of where I stopped. Like I got this line, and I don't think I read too much more of the book, not with like underlines and all that. Once I got this changed my life. And before we go into this formula this morning, you have to understand and own what I'm about to tell you. Bob Proctor says, as you begin to hold thoughts of prosperity and you begin thinking of yourself as very wealthy, prosperous, someone surrounded by an ocean of energy, by an ocean of thought energy, swimming in a sea of plenty, your body and your mind will instantly move into a prosperous vibration, and you will begin to attract, like a magnet, everything that is necessary for you to become wealthy. I remember exactly where I was when I read this, like maybe 8-9 years ago. I remember what I was wearing. I remember the feel of the ocean breeze on I remember everything. It was so monumental for me. And I wrote in the little here in the side notes, I wrote, using my thoughts to create wealth. That is what I'm going to show you this morning. And then it goes on to say, for the mental awareness of prosperity, always, this is a law, the mental awareness of prosperity always precedes wealth in your material world. Always, when it's always, that's a law. I have proven this, and you all know, every one of you watching, you know this to be true. Everything that you experience in your life was first a thought. The problem is we don't apply it to our money and our finances. And that's pretty much what we're going to do this morning. Is I'm pretty much going to make you do this, right? So the mental awareness, being able to see it in your mind first, is what happens before it lands in your bank account. And I wrote here, thoughts of wealth precedes material wealth. Thoughts of wealth, thoughts of being wealthy, thoughts of a financial outcome this year for you, having it in your thoughts first. That's where it happens first before it lands in your life, in your physical hands, in your bank account. So if every one of you get that, let me know you're hanging with me and just type. I got it, Tasha, got it. So I know 70 is like, yes, queen, let me see it. Let me know you got it. That way I can move on and we can get to the good stuff, right? So let me see. I'm going to wait for some comments to come through so I know that you are, yes, all right. I'm taking it, Ashley and Tracy, that you represent everybody and you guys got it. So I have on here 4 times your income. Like I said, I want you to decide whatever your number is. Now, this is one of those things where, you know, it's Monday morning. I have you for 10 more minutes, 15 minutes, if that. And I have to like condense this into like one of those conversations where, have you ever sat at the dinner table and your mom or the adult in your life said, eat your green peas? And you're like, why? It's like, because it's good for you. Just do it. This is one of those conversations, right? I don't have the time to tell you about the nourishments in the green peas and why it's healthy and what it's going to do for your body. I don't have the time to tell you why this is amazing for your finances. I'm just going to ask you, would you be willing to trust me and take the 5 minutes it's going to take for you to do this diagram, have this as a tool that lasts you for the rest of your life, and all it would have cost you was a couple minutes of your time, some paper, and some ink? Are you down for that? And what's the upside? The upside is you could increase, multiply your income. That's it. To me, that's a no-brainer, right? But I just want you to know, I've pretty much given you why you should do this. You have to be able to see in your mind the possibility of a multiplied income first in order for you to receive it. And what most people do is they don't go after that big number. They don't go after like the dream financially because they can't see it in their minds. They can't comprehend that it could be possible. But when I'm done with this morning, I just want you to look at your sheet and ask yourself, is this possible? Is there a way that this could manifest? This could come into my life. All you need to believe is the possibility of it. That's it. Because I've shown you how to take care of the most important part, which is to be able to see it. So I'm going to tell you the exact example that I used this for. I was having an event, and I decided I wanted to use this event to create 4 times my annual income. I was working with a coach, Laura Wright. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. And I was working with her, and in the past, what I would do is I would write out my intentions. Those of you that are in our family, you know I'm a big journaler, right? So I would write out my intention for events. I'm so happy and grateful that this happened and all these things came together. And the bottom line is, I transformed some people's lives, and the financial exchange that I received was X. And I would write it. And then I would also go and visualize it. But I was working with my coach, and what she gifted me when she showed me this was it took my ability to see it intellectually and like tactically in a way that it just took it to a whole other level of seeing is believing, right? So I went from writing it, visualizing, doing all the things that I usually do. But when she did this for me, it really helped. And I tell you why it really helped. I'm going to talk about this part in a minute. When you think about wanting to multiply your income, the thing that stops you is how, right? So when everyone watching, how is not my business. Literally, Tanya, I know you're waiting. How is not my business. We're gonna deal with how, but it stops you because you're like, I want to 4 times my income. I want to multiply my income, but I can't standing here right now see how I'm going to be able to do that. I don't have the resources. I don't have I don't know the people, whatever you come up with in your small little mind. And it just goes, bam, let's shut the door on that dream. Yes, I'm going to say that. Let's shut the door on that dream because I can't see how I can do it. And so I was talking to my coach going, I want to do this incredible thing. I want to 4 times my income in a month. I just have this wild dream, and something in me is telling me it's possible, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know. I can't see. We have 2 months to get this together to work, and I can't. And I was so full of anxiety and stress over the how, right? And I could have just said, you know what, forget it. That's a pipe dream. Anybody watching can relate? Just forget it. That's just a dream. It's a crazy dream. Well, not today. So not today, not on my watch. So here's what we're going to do. This is going to become your formula for your wild and crazy financial dreams. All right. Thank you to those of you that are tagging friends. I really, 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 appreciate that. Thank you so much, because my mission is that everyone, especially everyone in business, those of us that, we make a living from our gifts and talents, not a paycheck from someone. Every one of us that are in that situation, I truly believe needs to know this. And if you have a job and you feel like you're at the limit of your income, you also need to know this. So share with as many people as you can think of. Just tag them, bring them in. So I want you to decide on a date. That's step number 1. What is the date by which you want to have this result in your life? So we're playing, right? Everybody, first thing you're going to do is you're going to write the date. And I'm going to put December 31st, 2021. You can make it next month. You can make it next week, whatever you want to put. This is all up to you, my friends. 5 years from now, I don't know. And also, if writing a date makes you feel pressured, then don't write a date. If writing a date makes you feel attached and like, oh my God, I got to do this by this date, you're missing the whole point, which the point is this. This is not your effort that is creating this result. So I want you to hear that. It's not your effort. I'm going to show you, this is like my little magic formula here, right? But I know I have no, like, I'm not going to sit here and boost my ego going, oh, Tasha, this is your phenomenalness that's creating this. It's not me. And I get that. So the date doesn't bother me. It's kind of like, if I could ask, if I could make a request, then I would like it to happen by this date, and I'm not attached, right? I'm able to do that. If you are not, then don't put a date. So first thing is date it. Thank you guys for tagging people. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you guys. Okay, the next thing is every time I make a request, those of you that know me, oh my goodness, hang on a second because I need to show you this. Okay. Every one of you that know me know that gratitude is a biggie for me. I understand the law of gratitude, and there is a law. It says the more grateful you are for the things that you desire, the good things that you have, the more you will receive, and the faster it will come. So every time I make a request for myself, where I'm asking for something to show up in the material world, I go with gratitude, right? So here is what I'm going to write a gratitude statement. You can make yours be whatever you want, right? I am so grateful. I am so grateful. Listen to this next part. In an easy, I don't want to work hard, in an easy and relaxed manner. Make sure you have that if you like easy. Because what do? You're like, oh, I want to 4 times my income. And you just go work harder. That is not the point of this exercise, right? So I am so grateful that I got this multiplication of my income, and it was easy and relaxed. If you're going to ask for something, ask for all aspects of it. That it came easy, that it felt good, that you felt fulfilled, and make that be part of your gratitude statement. So I'm so grateful in an easy and relaxed manner. I received. Notice I'm putting that in past tense because I'm saying this is done. I know you can't see because it's so far, but I'm going to say it. Okay. I received these desires. That, and you can't read my handwriting, of my heart. So if you're writing, here's what I wrote. You can choose to do whatever you want, right? I'm so grateful that in an easy and relaxed manner, I received these desires of my heart. You can pause this and watch it later. You can come back and watch it a replay and get that languaging if you want, but you can also make it your own. Just say thank you ahead of time. I'm so grateful I got this. Is in essence, that takes care of it. And I would encourage you to say easy and relaxed, because this is one of the things that I learned. I used to do this and not put easy and relaxed, and it turned out to be more work and frustration and everything else than it needed to be. All right, so now we're going to write the number. What is the amount of money that you would like to receive as a result of doing this exercise? So remember in my example, I said I'm going to go with a big number, right? So this can really like jar you all and get you excited. So I'm going to put 2 million. I'm going to put 2 million as my number. Put whatever number. Let's say you made 100,000 last year. Say, okay, I'm not due a raise. I don't see anything major changing in my business, but I want to try this. And so I'm going to go for 1.5 times 100,000. So I'm going to write 150,000. Maybe last year you made 50,000. You're like, you know what? I'm going to give this a try. Nothing's set to change in my life this year, so I'm going to make it 75,000. All I ask is that you make it for a number that logically you don't know how it's going to happen. But there is no point here, this piece too, there's no point in you made 50,000 last year and you just want to shoot for the stars and do 2 million like I wrote here, but you can't believe it, right? That's key. This has to be a number that is more than you've ever made, but something you can believe. You might not know how. You don't need to know how, but you can believe it. That is key, right? So when I wrote that 4 times number in a month, something in me just knew with everything in me that it could happen. I can't explain it to you. I didn't even need to believe it. Truthfully, if I were going to go on belief, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't see how this is going to happen. But it was so like, you know, when you just know, like, I just knew, and I just went with it. Right. So, but I could believe it. That's very, very important. You want to make the number bigger than you've ever had, but you believe it. You're able to believe it. I love it. Believe and you will receive, Linda says. Linda, you're such an elite. I love it. Here, look at my elites right after each other. Where did Denise go? I love it. Yes, you have to believe it, and you will. And Denise, haven't you proved that? Carla says, I love it. Carla's like, I believe. Are you willing to believe, right? So here we go. All right. So now this is the sweet spot, right? This is where we get all caught up in ourselves. And we're like, in order for me to make this money, I have some things that I worry about. I don't know, like my logical mind is telling me I would need to do this, this, and this, but I can't figure it out. So I'm just gonna give you some examples of what this might look like. And literally over there in front of me is one of my sheets that I did just like this for a crazy number, and it manifested. So I'm like, I'm gonna go right off of that and share this with you guys, right? So I was having an event and I put my number here and I was like, between me and you, God, universe, source, this is a crazy number. This is crazy, right? So I had the number, it was crazy. And I said, and I know that there's some things that need to happen in order for this to manifest, but it's not within my power. Like it's above and beyond me. And if I try to do it, it's going to stress me out. I know it needs to happen, but if I try to do it, it is just going to stress me the heck out. So here's what I did. I said, massive success with social media ads. Because when I thought about doing this, my logical mind said, well, you're going to need a ton of people to meet you, to get to know you, Tasha, in order for you to make this number. And then I immediately went, I live in a small, tiny town. I know 10 people. There is no way me sitting here by myself, even if I went and knocked on every door in my town, I'm going to get enough people to make this number. So that was immediate stress. Does that make sense to you guys? I immediately went into stress. So what I did next was I was like, okay, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to say, God, universe, you take care of that. There's my little Jamaican accent. You take care of that. You take care of that, right? You take care of figuring out Facebook ads, Instagram ads, all that stuff. I don't want to have to worry about it. You take care of it. You make it work. So that went there, right? The other thing I knew was that I was going to need massive attraction energy. So I put massive, this is on my sheet over there, massive, and I've grown in doing this so much that I know the things. I mean, when I first started doing this, things that would make this list would be like 300 people show up to the event, right? So, you might have a number in your mind. In order for me to meet this number in my business, let's say you're in network marketing, I'm going to need 100 business builders this year. And you're like, how in the world are you going to do that? You only know 2 people. Well, you're going to give that. That's the how. And how is not your part. How belongs to God and the universe. What God and the universe can do to create 100 business builders, I can't even fathom right now. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to say that's up to you. So I used to put things like specific numbers of people, specific amount in sponsorships, all kinds of things like that when I was beginning this. And so if that's what's come into your mind, like you logically think of things that would need to happen in order for you to get the result, but you get stressed about those things, put them over here. Right? As I have evolved in doing this, and I've been doing this for years now, everything over here is all mostly energy for me. It's not even so much specific things because I understand this at a whole other level. And And that's where you're all going to get. But for right now, I want you guys, Stephanie, that was distracting. That's not fair. So anyway, that's what you're going to put. Another thing that I put on here is easy enrollment. Or you guys can put sales. I want my sales, let's say it's sales, right? I'm like, you know what, God, I know I'm going to have to do some enrolling. I just want it to be easy and fun. Easy and fun. So you're like, oh my God, Tasha, I want to manifest this big number in my business. That's going to mean I have to do this many cold calls and I have to, talk to all these sales calls, do all these sales calls, and it just feels like moving a mountain. Well, you know what? I just give that to God and the universe. Like, God, just make them easy and fun. And let me tell you, when we're enrolling, that's probably the most fun I have in my business because I decided beforehand that's how it's going to go down. So I want you guys to just think about this as this section over here as the how. Anything that comes up into your mind about how we are going to manifest this number that makes you go bat crazy because it seems impossible and ridiculous to you, give that to God and the universe. All right. So I want to hear some, because I know sometimes I can lose you right in this section because you've never thought about it like this before. What have you done? You have just convinced yourself that you are the one that needs to move the mountain in order for you to make this crazy wild amount of money. And if I were you and I was thinking I had to move the mountain, I get it. I'd be like, forget it. I don't want to move any mountains, so I would give up. I would say no. But sometimes if you've never done this before, it might seem like, wow, that's so far-fetched. So I need you to tell me you're still here with me. I got it. I got it, Tasha. Let me know. I got it. I got it. Let me know that you're still here. And now we're going to go into the last part. And this is you. This is an energetic exchange, right? Tanya, you said it best. Where did Tanya go? Yeah. Let go and let God. That is how I learned to do that. Like I, just really wanted to take the burden off of myself, and that's how I did it. So this last part is we have to, if you notice, you can't stack everything up over here and this is empty. That's imbalance. That's not fair. It's not right? It's also energetically, you cannot receive. Yes, God and the universe can do everything for you. But if you're not taking some action, if you don't have some skin in the game, nothing, all of this magical movement over here is going to be happening. But if you're not taking action, you're not going to receive. And I understand that. So what I did was I decided to make it easy on myself. What am I going to do? Wait till you hear this. I'm going to visualize. Yep. I'm going to daydream every single day about this number. Because remember what Bob Proctor says, I have to be able to see it mentally before I can receive it. So I have to be as committed as I am to working, I have to be committed to seeing it every day. So number one, visualize. Visualize. You can add this to your list or not. I'm just telling you what I did, and I'm telling you also, powerful move right here. Number two, I was like, you know what? I need to do some videos. Need to show up on Facebook. I need to show up on IG. Like, believe it or not, I'm an only child. I'm actually naturally really shy. This is a whole other person. I don't even know who this is sometimes. But for me to sign up to go do videos publicly, it's like, it takes commitment from me. So I said, okay, that's my skin in the game. I'm going to do some videos. I'm going to share the wisdom that I have, share my life experience, right? And then I said, I'm going to share from my heart. And those of you that have done anything with me, you've been in a challenge, even on these lives, you've been in my program, the one thing you can all say is, I am willing to be real and authentic with you. I share the good, the bad, the ugly, and the in-between. If it has had an impact on my life and you can benefit from it because I shared it, I share. right? So I just said, this is going to be what I'm willing to do. I'm going to be willing to forego my ego, worry about what people think, all that. And I'm just going to share from my heart. One last thing that I said I would do is I'm going to ask my friends, and I want you to look at my list closely. Ask my friends to share my event. Ask my friends to share my event. I want you to look at the list of what I was willing to do to 4 times my income. And I want you to realize that nothing on here is hard work. That's the like mic drop moment right here. Like do that, put a little mic drop. Like let's play, right? This right here was what blew my mind. That in order for me to get this crazy number, all I had to do was commit to some things that were not necessarily hard work, but they were my commitment. I was committed to doing these things, and I was giving the heavy lifting to God and the universe. And that was the formula. That's what I did. Easy and relaxed. Thanks, Stephanie, for the little mic drop, right? Easy and relaxed. Now, if you are watching this and you're like, this is too easy, really cute, Tasha. Really cute, your little thing you got here. Nice formula, but way too easy. There's no way it can be this easy. Could it be that might be what's holding you back, is because it's so simple that you are not willing to believe it, because you've been trained to believe that difficult, hustle, grind, hard work is the only way. And all I'm asking this morning is just write these things down. Just do it. Eat your green peas, right? Just do it. You have nothing to lose by doing this. But what you will gain is the beginning process of believing that there's another way. I know Denise is on here. She's in our elite program, and she was saying the other day, oh my gosh, she was practically in tears on our call. Oh my gosh, nobody told us. Nobody ever told us that this was possible. That this easy and this simple was possible. And now that I've been living like this and teaching people and opening people's eyes, it's like, are you kidding me? Why have I done it any other way? So this morning, I get that if this is your first time hearing anything like this, it might seem far-fetched. I'm just asking you, would you be willing to give it a try? And just give it a try. And then look at this now that you're done and go, you know what? I don't know how this is going to work, but is it possible? Is this possible? Could I multiply my income? Every single one of you, the answer is yes. So I want you to type so you get it. Here's Denise. She's like, yes, that was me. Oh, wow. I just saw the time. Diane is not going to be happy with me today. Okay. I just want everybody to type, yes, yes, it is possible. Give that instruction to your subconscious mind this morning. Yes, it is possible for me. Yes, it's possible for me. I want you guys, this is possible. Absolutely. Yes, it is possible for me. Can we multiply by 10? Suzanne, I love you. Yes. Oh, where did you go? Oh, it's going so fast. Can we multiply by 10? Yes. Yes, multiply by whatever number you want, right? How amazing would that be? 1 second. Okay, guys. So that's what I wanted to share this with you guys. I hope you guys, this was me and it's still me. I hope you guys got a lot from this. I have a couple announcements that are really, really, really important. As you know, this weekend, we're going to have our money manifesting party. Let me get my little board. And you guys are getting goodies. In the email, it's going out tomorrow. You're getting an oath of manifestation. You're getting a check that we're going to write for our party. You're going to get your board that you have to download. right? So check your emails tomorrow or right now. Go into your emails. Every one of you watching, you should be on my email list. Tasha at scienceofgettingrichacademy.com. Make sure you save that address. Make sure everyone got an email this morning. Just open it up, read it, move it into your inbox, into your primary folder, so that ensures you get the email tomorrow. Because if you're not registered for the party, one, you're not going to get all these things. And two, you're not going to get the link for the party. So make sure you're checking your emails and getting all that. If you're not registered for the party, we're having a money manifesting party. I'm going to show you how to create your money board. Think of a vision board, but just for your money. It's this Saturday at 12, and you have to be registered to attend. So if you're not registered, there's the link, tashachen.com/party. All right, make sure you guys, you got all that good stuff. You check in your email, make sure you check it tomorrow. And also the reason why I want you to check it is there's a video you need to watch to prepare for the party. So you want to make sure you get that email tomorrow. You open it up, you print your stuff, and you watch the video so that you're prepared for Saturday. Also, those of you on my email list, I sent an email this week. Every single one of you, I gave you your gratitude journal. Everybody on my email list got this gratitude journal. So check your email. The subject was gratitude for money, and go download your journal. Mine that I'm doing is in my bedroom, but I am on day 4. I'm doing it with my girlfriends, and like, whoo, juicy. So I want to make sure everybody gets this and that you started it before we get into the party. All right, so go check your emails and make sure you have it. That's what I have for you guys this morning. Mwah! I love you. Make sure you created your sheet. And I would love to see some pictures in our Facebook group, Money Attraction Challenge. I'm sorry, Money Attraction Community is our group. So come join us, share your picture of what you did. And just thank you for being on. Thank you for sharing. See you Saturday for our party at 12. Mwah! Love you guys. Happy Monday. Bye. Have a great week. Love you. Bye-bye. Next Monday at 8. I'll see you here.